Hockey is a game of inches, and on some nights, inches can seem like miles. Good evening, everyone. Vlad here at Pepsi Center. It is Friday, March 15th, 2019. The Colorado Avalanche in Game 3 of a 4-game homestand rematching against the Anaheim Ducks with 2 huge points on the line, and the Ducks coming in off of a 6-1 loss to Arizona the night before. This one seemed like a game that the Avs would be able to reassert some dominance after being shut out by the Hurricanes on Monday evening. And while dominance was the right word for about 20 minutes, the rest of it was anything but, unless you are a fan of the Anaheim Ducks. Nathan MacKinnon got everything going for the Avs in the first period. He scored his 36th goal of the season. GT Copper and Sam Girard with the assists. Avs lead 1-0 at that point, and then Mikko Rantanen would score his 31st goal of the season on the power play, with Tyson Barrie and MacKinnon also getting an assist on that play. Avs would lead 2-0 after the first. And if you're an Avs fan, that's essentially where all the fun ended, because in the second period, it was all Anaheim all the time. 3 straight unanswered goals, the first by Corey Perry, the second by Ryan Getzlaf, and the third by Daniel Sprong would give the Ducks a 3-2 lead. And all of that would come in the middle of that second period, and the Avs were inches away from this being a 3-0 Avs lead, with Mikko Rantanen coming just maddeningly close on hitting that post on John Gibson all alone. Ducks turn around. Perry gets the first goal for the Ducks, and it's off to the races for Anaheim, and the Avs trail 3-2 at that point. Sven Andrighetto would give the Avs a little bit of hope with a incredible shot and an incredible play uncontested in front of John Gibson to tie the game at 3. But Corey Perry would score for the Ducks on a Mikko Rantanen high sticking call to put the Ducks ahead for good at 4. And Hampus Lindholm would score an empty net goal to ice it for the Ducks, and that's your final Ducks 5, Avalanche 3, in a game that the Avs desperately needed some points to keep pace with the Wild Conference teams, the Western Conference team in the Wild Card chase, and fell embarrassingly short of it tonight. The Avs put up 44 shots tonight against John Gibson, and the Ducks put up 37 against David Varlamov. The Avs outshot the Ducks 16-11 in the first, 13-12 in the second, 15-14 in the third, and just could not find a way. They just couldn't do it. And it's the same song, same dance, just on a different night. 3 stars of the night: Daniel Sprong, 3rd star for Anaheim; Nathan MacKinnon with the 2nd star for the Avs; and Ryan Getzlaf as the 1st star of the game for Anaheim. Well, what more can we say about a result like this that hasn't already been said? The Avs just cannot get this. They just cannot get it going, and they haven't been able to get it going since early December. There have been so many problems, so much futility with this roster in the ability to come up big at key moments, and it has not happened. And here we are one more time, still looking for answers as to why. Why is this such a problem for this team? I have a cough, but I don't have an answer. So it's a terrible, terrible look when just 24 hours earlier, the Ducks were handed a 6-1 loss by a Coyotes team that the Avs are chasing. And then one night later, the exhausted team comes out, and yes, one of those goals was an empty net goal, but they score 3 unanswered on the Avs. Take the lead on a power play, on a high sticking call. What's going on here? Is this just is this a maturity issue, with just taking undisciplined penalties at at wrong times. And not to pin this all on Rantanen for that high sticking call, but there was just the Avs let the Ducks back into this game. There could have been the go-ahead goal for the Avs on a power play of their own earlier in the third. Didn't cross the line. Where is the disconnect? Maybe that's the word we need to be using. Where is the disconnect for this team, where they have the solid start, and we saw it tonight, but cannot maintain that push? What is it about the makeup of this club, or what is it in their preparation to play in games like this that they aren't meeting those challenges? Is that on the coaching staff, or is it on the players for not being able to rise to the occasion? I guess we'll have all summer to debate these questions, because at this point, summer looks like it's going to be coming around for the Avs on April 6th this year after the game in San Jose. Because they have not played compared to where they were at this point last season. This is a whole different composition. Roster construction is still very much the same, but a whole different composition in the terms of mental makeup. And it's frustrating to see this team flounder like this. It really is. They have the talent, but they're just not putting it all together yet. And maybe they need to lose one more year and give themselves another look in the mirror as they wait while 16 other teams take a run at the postseason and then try again in September. And it sucks to be at that position. It really does. But the on-ice results aren't there. This is the team that Sakic has built. This is the team that Bednar is coaching. What isn't working? There are a handful of games left to still make a play for the postseason, but things are really desperately looking grim. The Avs were, let me pull up the standings here real fast here. The Avs remain 5 points out of the wild card right now. Dallas won tonight in Vegas, so Dallas remains excuse me. Dallas now is in the wild card spot by virtue of losing the tiebreaker to St. Louis on games played. So St. Louis is in third place in the Central. Dallas is the first wild card with 79 points. Arizona 77 points. Minnesota behind them with 3. 5 points is not an insurmountable gap to make up, but after New Jersey on Sunday here, they have Dallas and Minnesota on the road. And if tonight wasn't a damning indicator of what we as Avs fans are probably expecting, if they don't show up for these games are must win. This is 6 points right here. They have to make these points up on Dallas and Minnesota in order to even have a sniff. And that's where things are. It sucks, but the Avs have played themselves into this position. They have nobody to blame but themselves. And it needs to start Sunday afternoon when Jersey comes to Pepsi Center at 1 o'clock. That is a local start time, 1 p.m., and that'll wrap up the homestand. And this is going to wrap up the Burgundy Rainbow postgame show here on Periscope on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube, don't ban us again. So we will be back for the pregame show roughly around 20 afternoon or somewhere in that vicinity. That will be here on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that and stay with us at Burgundy Rainbow as we bring you coverage on the Avs push, for the postseason. Until I see you Sunday afternoon, I am Vlad. Thank you for watching.